Good morning, welcome to day 41 of Morning Maths. Good afternoon if it's the afternoon, or good evening if it's the evening. Make sure you're ready to go. Question 1. We've got cubes today, haven't we, instead of cats? Question 1. Year 3 level questions. 400 plus 40 plus something. All that equals 444. So 4 in the units, 4 in the tens, and 4 in the hundreds. 4 units, 40, and 400. So there is 400. We've got that down there in the hundreds column. There is 40. We've got that down there in the tens column. 40 is 40, isn't it? That's why we call it 40. And 4 units, we don't have that up here. So 4 units is what's missing. Just the 4 units. So in the missing box goes 4. 4. And we can move on to question 2. Question 2, our column addition practice. The more you practice, the more accurate you'll get. Accuracy means getting things right every time, or hopefully every time, or nearly every time. And you will also get faster with practice. If you do get things right every time, which not many people do, practice also then make you faster. 6 plus 2 is 8. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. I went quite fast there, so just checking over it. Plus makes things bigger usually, so 558 is bigger than what we started with. That's question 2. We can move on to question 3. We'll do this at the top. Question 3, AT take away 46. Smaller than some of the questions we've had lately, but we have to be able to do big questions and small questions. 0 take away 6 we can't do. 0 take away 6 is not 6 and it's not 0. If you've got no cubes, you can't give your friend 6. You have to get some help. So 0 tries to get some help from the 8, which goes down to a 7. It always only goes down 1. It goes down 1 to a 7 in the tens column. We borrowed a 1 here, so we get 10 in the units column. I didn't put my hats on yet, did I? Units and tens. So what we did is we had nothing in the units column, so we needed to get some help from the 8. It went down to a 7 and we could take 1. So now we've got 10 take away 6, which we can do. 10 take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that was a bit messy, wasn't it? 10 take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got to do that carefully. 10 take away 6 is 4. You might know that from number bonds. 7 take away 4. 7 take away 1, 2, 3, 4 is 3. And we get 34. That was question 3 done. Question 4 is times. We normally do this at the moment with singing. 5 times 9. We'll sing on 5 times table 9 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That's the answer. And on today's question 5, we'll be sharing out cubes instead of cats, or Lego figures, or all the other things we've used. Doesn't matter that much what you're sharing out. It's still division. Division is still sharing. 10 divided by 2. So I should have 10 cubes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 cubes. I'm going to share them into 2 groups. One group up here, one group up here. 2 for that group, 2 for that group, 3 for that group, 3 for that group, 4 and 4, 5 and 5. Now some of you probably do this on your desk, sharing out counters or cubes or multi-links. Anyway, there's 5 in each group, so 10 divided by 2 equals 5. And that's year 3 level questions done. We'll be moving on to year 4. 10 divided by 2 equals 5 was question 5. We'll move on to year 4. I think I said year 4. Year 4 level, question 6. That's what we're doing anyway. Something plus 60 plus 4. Mystery plus 60 plus 4. That is the question. Something plus 60 plus 4. And here is the answer, which we've already been given. 864. So I'm just going to put my hats on the answer. These 4 units, we've got them up here. These 6 tens, units, tens, we've got them here. So we've got the 4 units, we've got the 6 tens. We haven't got the 800s anywhere in the question. So we need 800. It's not just 8, is it? It's worth 800. 800. Down here in the answer, the zeros from the 800, they're hidden underneath the 64, aren't they, really? So we get 864 because 860 and 4 sounds like 864 because it's worth the same. And we can go to question 7. I did that a bit more detailed than I usually do, didn't I? Question 6. So 4,235, just add, and means plus usually as well, 691. They will sometimes try and trick you in word problems with the words, but usually, well, add is going to be doing some add if it says add. 5 plus 1 is 6, 3 plus 9 is 12, 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and a 4,000 at the front. That 4 is worth 4,000, of course, isn't it? I think we're very good on these place values by now. Question 8. 2,000. This will be a bit tricky, this one, because there'll be lots of help needed. 2,000. Sorry, the mouse is jumping around on me just now. Take away 784. Make sure you line this up down the right. Make sure you line it up down the right. If there's no decimals, which there isn't, luckily. Have you heard of decimals? I bet you have year 4, maybe year 3. 0 take away 4 we can't do. So here we need lots of help. You have to go all the way along to here. The 2,000 goes down to 1,000, brings 1 into the 100 columns. The 1000 goes down to 900, bring 1 into the tens column. 10 tens goes down to 9 tens. There's supposed to be a 9. Bring 1 into the units column. Now we have 10 units, take away 4. We can finally do it. 10 units take away 4 units is 6. 9 tens take away 8 tens is 1. 900 take away 700 is 2. 1,000 is the most significant digit in the whole question, so don't forget the 1,000. We didn't have to take anything away from it. 1,216, because minus makes things smaller. That's why 2,000 got smaller. Number bonds check. 84 and 16 make 100. 784 and 216 make 1,000 if you're that good at your number bonds. And we go to question 9. Number bonds checks can be very helpful if you're good with your number bonds. Make sure you haven't made mistakes. Question 9. 60 times 8. This is 6 times 8 in disguise, isn't it? 6 times 8. I'll sing my 6's 8 times. 6 and 12, 18 and 24, then 30, 36 and 42. 48. I got 48, but this question is not 6 times 8 is 48. It's 60 times 8. 1 0 to be placed in the answer. 60 times 8 is 480. I really do think they are my favourite questions at the moment. Times tables in disguise. Question 10. We can do this with division facts in disguise. 150. Share 150 between 5. It's very much like 15 divided by 5. 5, 10, 15. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 150 divided by 5 is 30. You have to be careful with division facts in disguise. If this had been an extra 0 there, things work very, very differently. But for this question, it's fine. 150 divided by 5 is 30. Let's move on to year 5 level work. 8 plus something equals 8.7. Well, it's 0.7, isn't it? 8 plus 0.7 is what makes 8.7. We've done these enough times for you to be okay with this, I think. I really feel like after doing all this place value, if you've done 41 days of morning maths, you're really going to be understanding place value very well. Number 12, 0.73 plus 2.38. You shouldn't be doing the morning maths on your own, though, unless you're totally confident. You should be listening to me, doing it with me, because after doing it for many days, you'll then you'll be able to do it on your own one day. if you want to, or you could just stay with me, that would be fine. It works anyway. 3 plus 8 is 11. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 0 plus 2 plus a little 1 is 3. 3.11. What is this 1 worth? It's worth 1/100th. What is this 1 worth here? 1/10. And what is this 3 worth? 3 units. Just checking. And on to question 13. Still quite a nice question with the lining up, in terms of the lining up here. 5.20. Take away 3.87. Zero take away 7. 10 take away 7 is 3. 1 take away 8, well, we can't do that either. So 11 take away 8 is also 3. And 4 take away 3 is 1. 1.33. 5 and a bit take away 3 and a bit made 1 and a bit. Yeah, that makes sense. And question 14. Now this is a big old number, but it's just multiplied by 1. So the answer is going to be the same as the question. But let's not be lazy. Let's write the whole question out. I know your teacher always asks you to do that. My teacher is kind of me now here, so I have to do it as well. 7,654,357 times 1 equals, I'll put this on the next line because I haven't got much space, 7,654,357. Easy as long as you're careful with the copying. This is how you say big numbers. 7,654,357. You say it in little bunches. The commas names are 1,000 for the smallest comma and million for the biggest comma. You don't very often have to deal with more commas than that in primary school. So 7,654,357 is how we say that answer. And we're on to question 15. Division facts in disguise. Been seeing lots of these lately. You could do this on the bus stop, no problem at all. I might do both, in fact. 6.3 divide 6.3 by 7. It's like 63 divided by 7. 7, 14, 21, 28 and 35, 42 and 49, 56 and 63. That's 9. So the answer's got something to do with 9. But it wasn't 63 divided by 7, it was 6.3. We have one decimal place. We have to have a decimal place on the answer, so that will have to be a decimal. To make it a decimal, it needs a point in front of it. And we usually put a 9 there, don't we, on 0.9. So the answer is 0.9. Division facts in disguise, really. Decimal division facts in disguise. Quite complicated, maybe. If you do it on the bus stop, you get the same answer. 6.3 divided by 7. I always say, if you're unsure on these, you can just do it on the bus stop. You're still going to end up counting your 9, but you'll know where to put the point because you line it up on the bus stop. So we still get 0.9. And we can go to question 16. I'll go quick now, but it'll still take me a while to copy this down. Something plus 0.6 plus 0.05. And to go quick, it makes me a bit messy with the mouse as well, unfortunately. I think you can see what I mean. It's not very neat though, is it? All that equals 3.65. So 0.6 is there, 0.05 is there. If I underneath really is 0.05, 0.05. What's missing is the 3 units. So 3 is the answer, 3 units. 3.6 and 5. Be careful with those ones because they can go wrong. Have we got more number bonds on number 17? I think so. 0.997, which is 997 thousandths, plus 0.03. This is number bond. I think I said that wrong. 0.003. This is number bonds to 1,000, or in this case, number bonds to 1 whole, because we're dealing with thousandths. 1 whole, isn't it? 997. This is a thousandths column. So you can say it's 997 thousandths and 3 thousandths. There are, of course, other ways of saying it. This hat next door is the hundredths hat. And this hat here is the tenths hat. Before the decimal point, or this side of the decimal point, comes the units column. So we can say 997 thousandths, or you can say it's 9 tenths, 9 hundredths, and 7 thousandths. Different ways of saying it. But it's good to know that this can be said as 997 thousandths. The answer is 1 unit, also known as 1,000 thousandths. In case you didn't know. 18. What's this? 5 take away 4.6. 5 is bigger than 4.6. The answer will be, my head tells me 0.4. Let's see what happens. 0.4. And we go to question 19. This is just quite a big multiplication involving lots of 8 times 4s. 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. I better get that right. And then I think there'll be lots of little carried 3s, won't there? 8 times 4 is 32. Or 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3 is 35. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3 is 35. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3 is 35. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3 is 35. 355,552. Okay. Can't think of a great way of checking that, so I'll just check my times tables. Which is not too hard to do. Check I've added the extra 3 each time. And question 20 is the last one. 109 divided by 4. Divide 109 by 4. I'll start doing it. It's not going to work. You might know that already. That's 7. It's remainder 1, but I'll put a 0.00 on the end so I can carry the little 1. Put a point up here, and then I'll get a nice decimal answer of 27.25. Hopefully you're getting good at doing those ones. 27.25. Let's check all the answers. That's right. Okay. Hopefully these answers are all the same as what I've done. See what you can find. And we've done 41 days of this. You're getting clever all the time. Thanks for listening. See you next time.